We all have went to theme parks at least once in our life. If you associate these outings with a full day of fun and joy, consider yourself a lucky one, as these are few who have been badly injured or have lost their lives. Today we are going to count down the top 10 extreme theme park accidents from around the world. On number 10 we have Willard's Wizard. The accident occurred on March 29, 1980, when a teenager boy was stepping into the ride without warning. A second train came up behind the one he was boarding and rammed it. The impact threw the teen into the track, where the runaway train crushed his chest and abdomen. 8 others were injured in the accident, one of 5 fatal accidents in the park's history. Number 9 we have Wildcat roller coaster. Now imagine how terrified it would be if the lift chain pulling your car to submit malfunctioned and send it shearing backwards. That's exactly what happened on April 20, 1997 at Bell's Amusement Park in Tulsa, Oklahoma. As one of the ride's cars reached to the top of the highest hill, it stalled out and a safety dip down the track and slammed into another car, agitating a 14-year-old boy who was alone fatally. 6 other people were injured. On number 8 we have the ride. Some of the amusement park accidents take the lives of their own employees. On 16 July 2007, an 18-year-old boy park worker with mild cerebral palsy died after falling 80 feet 24 meters from the ride at the Scottish Park. Was trying to push a car which was stuck and stopped on the track. Number 7 we have Big Thunder Mountain. In 2003, when part of a train actually derailed, killing 1 rider and injuring 10 others. As they shot up a hill and into a tunnel, investigators from the California Obstacle Safety and Health later released a report blaming park maintenance workers, ride operators, and mechanic for the accident. Disney settled with the deceased rider's family from an undisclosed amount of money. On number 6 we have Big Dipper. The worst accident at the Big Dipper happened in May 30, 1972, when 31 people climbed aboard the chair permanently released at the top of the incline, sending the cars plummeting backwards down to the hill and into a tunnel. The train derailed, killing 5 children and injuring 13 others. On number 5 we have the Wild Wonder amusement park located in New Jersey. August 29, 1999, the car slowly rolled up a 90-degree curve before ascending the ride's first grade. Black device malfunctioned, sending the train tearing backward into the turn. While the car stayed on the tracks, the force of the curve injected a mother and her daughter, whose safety bars failed to hold them in their seats. The pair struck the roller coaster wall and Sapporo, Columbus, fell 10 feet 3 meters to the ground below and were pronounced dead at the hospital. Investigators determined that a faulty breakage replacement caused the accident. The New Jersey Community Affairs Department fined the park's owner and the coaster's manufacturer. On number 4 we have Fujin Raijin 2. On May 5, 2007, left 1 dead and 19 injured in Osaka. In the early afternoon, the ride was more than halfway over when suddenly the second car derailed and it tied dramatically to the left toward the garden. That proved fatal for 1 young woman, who struck her head on the railing as well coaster roared down the track. A broken wheel axle was responsible for this tragic accident. The problem might have been patched during the ride's annual maintenance. The floor closed in 2009. On number 3 we have the Big Dipper. This happened near Barasa Krak Park when the Big Dipper train derailed on July 24, 1930. The train's 4 cars were heavily loaded as when a piece of the brake system worked its way loose and jamming the wheels on the one of the cars, it jumped the tracks, breaking through a guardrail before plunging 35 feet 10.7 meters to the ground below. Tragically, the coaster's lift chair continued to pushing the other 3 cars over the edge. With the first one, many riders found themselves pinned underneath the runaway train, which ultimately killed 4 people and injuring 19. On number 2, we have Space Journey. In June 2010, the ride is designed to simulate the experience of a rocket launch, including acceleration twice that of gravity. 6 people were killed and 10 others seriously injured in an accident on the Space Journey ride in Shenzhen. One of the 11 spinning capsules on the simulated rocket launch detached and went flying around the dome of the inner ride, bouncing off the walls and starting an electric fire. On number 1, we have Mindbender. The 1986 Mindbender accident is the only disaster on the list that happened indoors, but that doesn't make it any less tragic. The ride said to be the largest indoor triple-loop coaster. It was the main attraction of the Western Edmonton Mall's amusement park Fantasyland. On June 14, 1986, just one day after an Alberta Province Safety Inspector declared the ride is safe, the train slid around the turn at 60 miles per hour, 96.5 kilometers per hour, gaining momentum for the first of the 3 loops. Before it got there, though the rear car began to fishtail, it proceeded through the first 2 loops, but derailed as it approached the 3rd loop, stilling at the top and sliding backwards into the concrete column. 3 riders perished and at least 15 were injured, 1 serious. Investigators determined that missing bolts in the wheel assembly caused the accident. The ride was subsequently closed for several months.